It had been 66 days since 77 was traded, a move that shocked the NBA world and will change the course of basketball history forever. After 2 months of anticipation, we'd finally see Luka make his return to Dallas. We haven't seen a regular season matchup with this type of emotion and energy since KD's first return to OKC. Right before the starting lineups were introduced, the Mavericks would display a video tribute that honored Luka's best moments with the organization. It showcased not only his most memorable plays on the court, but his personality too, seeing instances of him helping out the community as well as joking around with his former teammates. It was a truly beautiful tribute that would bring anyone to tears, and for Luka, it did just that. Watching his reaction just broke my heart. You can tell just how much he loved being in Dallas. His teammates, his coaches, the city, the fans, the relationships he built, all of it. Dallas was his home, and a place he thought he'd finish his career. I mean, who didn't? It's crazy. I am a die-hard Detroit Pistons fan, yet Nico Harrison is quickly becoming my least favorite character in the entire NBA. He has no direct impact nor effect on my team, yet I can't help but feel dislike towards him. He did not only Luka dirty, but the city of Dallas as a whole. And I know that Mavericks fans shared the same sentiment, as they'd erupt with cheers of Fire Nico throughout the entirety of the game. This fanbase still has nothing but love for Luka, and it showed as they would cheer for him every time he touched the ball. Do you know how bad you have to mess up as a GM for your fans to root for a player on your rival team? I couldn't tell you when the crowd was louder, when the Mavs scored or when Luka did. Speaking of Doncic scoring, boy did he ever. He would finish with 31 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals in the first half. Talk about taking it personally. The second half picked up where the first left off. 77 continued to dominate, but the Mavs would stick around thanks in part to Najee Marshall. The small forward finished with 23, 8, and 4 on the night, but the Lakers would prove to be too much. They would win the game by 15, led by Luka's incredible stat line of 45, 8, 6, and 4. He shot 16 of 28, including a ridiculous 70% from 3. As he checked out of the game, the fans erupted with applause and would break out in Fire Nico chants once again. While Luka stuck it to Nico through his stat line and securing the win, it still feels like he lost in the end. Yes, there's a very real possibility he accomplishes more with LA than he ever would with the Mavs, but Luka lost out on more than a franchise. He lost a home. And regardless of his career outcome, I still can't help but feel bad for him. There is another player I feel bad for, and that is Anthony Davis. I can imagine how he must feel seeing these headlines and articles as if he doesn't exist. Yeah, obviously when you were the caliber of player Doncic is at, you were going to be the hottest topic. But let's not forget that he was blindsided by this trade too. The man was a 4-time All-Star with the Lakers and a huge reason behind their championship in 2020. Yet, hardly any news outlet even acknowledged the fact that he played tonight. Moving on to the other drama, we got our first taste of the Nuggets since firing Michael Malone. MVP candidate Nikola Jokic would record his 32nd triple-double this season with 20, 12, and 11. Christian Braun and Michael Porter would also chip in with 25 and 21 respectively. But more importantly, Denver would end their 4-game losing streak, beating the Kings by 8. They are now tied for the 4th seed with the Clippers, who also won tonight thanks to Harden's 35 and 10. Another important game that would impact the standings were the Spurs vs. Warriors. Golden State would enter the 4th up by 12, but we'd see the game notched to 109 with less than 20 seconds left. Following this dime from Stephon Castle, Kelton Johnson would make this cutting layup to give the Spurs the lead. Then, with 3 seconds left, former Warrior Harrison Barnes would foul Draymond Green. The only problem was that Golden State was in the bonus, so Green would head to the line. He would knock down both of his free throws to tie this game at 111 apiece. But on the following inbound, Barnes would more than make up for this mistake. He catched the pass, put up this 3 over Jimmy Butler, and nailed it as the buzzer sounded. Their stunning win over the Warriors drops Golden State down to a 7 seed. Depending on how this next week and a half plays out, this shot could have major playoff implications. Moving out east, the Chicago Bulls would beat the Miami Heat in a pivotal battle for play-in seeding. With the Bulls up by 5 late, Tyler Hero made this very questionable decision on a fast break. He shot a 3 instead of a wide-open layup, which just might have cost the Heat a chance at a comeback. And that pretty much wraps it up on what was a wild Wednesday in the NBA. So what are your guys' thoughts with the playoffs just around the corner? Drop a comment down below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. Thanks for watching as always, and until next time, peace.